Come on, go live. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Sorry guys. That was just technology. Technology does that. Look, it's still it's like a 5 minute delay now. 5 second. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Your first time on the channel. Welcome. If I do truck and SUV news reviews and funny stuff, and yeah, I have this live stream has been just. I've had a day. Yes, I've had a day. We will share that with you. But first, I gotta calm my nerves down a little bit. I've just had a day, so hold on. Yep. So yeah, probably. Okay, so I'm gonna raise you guys up with my handy dandy devices. This is a auto repair manual for a 1987 engine or something, and you guys can come closer. Yes, on the screen. So I don't even know where to begin. it's been kind of crazy. I was if you guys know this, I've been trying to start a different channel as well, a golf channel, and today I went to the golf course specifically to film so I could do a golf channel. And I'm going to grab it here. I've made a few purchases. I'll talk about my trip to Chicago. I'll talk about some stuff. Yeah, that cup's great. Anyways, so I stopped in Chicago on the way back last week from Michigan. And I got a case, I got all sorts of stuff, and I have ta-da, the new GoPro Hero 8. Now, this was an expensive toy to buy, but it's got much better camera and much better view, and it's got a back screen. I can see what's going on. So my thinking is doing the car reviews I do, this will make a much better image for you guys. So you guys will be much more in tune with what I'm doing. And it's kind of cool. It's got little things come down. So I did that with this thing. Oh my goodness. Just spilled all that. God, my day. And I did that, and I can do a thing like this, and I can talk, and I can hold it. I actually can walk with this and talk with this, so we can live stream from this thing. So we can live stream from this. Hey, Doug. Sorry, I'm going to get to it. Anyways, we can live stream with this, and I can walk around vehicles this way. So really cool thing. Well, so I went to the course to shoot my footage, and it said no SD card, and I thought, son of a gun, I probably left it in this damn little adapter. They gave you this little micro SD BS thing. So so I was going to do the thing, and then so fine. I shot some stuff with my phone. I didn't have my tripod. Nothing really worked out well. And the app I was using to do shot tracker was off a little bit. Come to find out, in the GoPro Hero 8, so I'm dropping another rate, $500 from John Jane or whatever it is. But come to find out, this thing opens like this, and I did have the SD card in here. I did. It wasn't pushed in all the way. It's freaking pushed in all the way. And so I had the whole setup I wanted. I was ready to go. So I'm doing it tomorrow. So yeah, so I have a plan. Because I was doing my brother's Camaros there in Michigan, if you saw that video, on my personal channel. And I didn't like the video quality. So I wanted to upgrade, and I needed to upgrade. I needed to upgrade for a long time, and I apologize for the bad GoPro over the years. But yes, so that was my plan, and my plan was all good. I was finally going to show my fat ass on the golf course and all the swings and everything. So, and I went to Walmart and spent $20 on all this stuff, and it doesn't sit right, and nothing worked right. And so yeah, so that's been my day, and meetings with people and doing stuff and. Okay, but yeah, so that is coming. More good stuff's coming. I want to do a series on Swede, on driving the 62, on golf, on hunting, and all sorts of stuff I need to do. So yes, so and now the freaking phone jacked up. I have done live streams on this. I've scheduled it, and then I've done it over here, and it's worked. I don't know why it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. So, no, I've ridden dirt bikes off and on, and I am not very skilled. I'm a nerd, guys. I don't know to tell you this stuff. All right, fine. I'm not a nerd, but I'm not very good at that stuff. I prefer golf. That's my other thing. And what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Bronco reveal July 9th. What is it? It's O.J. Simpson's birthday? Killer. Yeah, so O.J. Simpson's birthday, going to reveal a new Bronco. I will be there, and I will be next week. So, all right, this gets me into a conversation that I've needed to have with you guys. And it's going to be... I'm going to talk about this because this is something that's going to affect all of us and all of you. So next Tuesday, I'll be doing the Backgrounder with Ford for the F-150. So Backgrounder means behind the scenes, they'll do a bunch of one-on-one stuff or group with us, digital reveal. And then next Thursday night is going to be the reveal. So not this Thursday, the following Thursday, the 25th, I think it is, of the new F-150. So I will be at both. I get the Backgrounder, plus I'll be at the reveal. Most everybody and their brother is invited to the reveal. The Backgrounder, not a lot of people are invited, which is just always strange to me. It's a digital reveal. Who cares? Yeah, it's online. Yeah, and Juan said it. So TFL got banned from the reveal. They didn't get banned. They got uninvited is more the right way to say it. That's tough. They shared some images that were sent to them by a Ford engineer. Somebody inside the company sent them a bunch of images. They, as journalists, ran the story, and the head of the PR, well, it's not really head of PR, but anyways, he got pissed off about it, uninvited them. I have reached out to TFL, and I have offered anything I can do for them. If they want to need some background information, I can give it to them. If they want to do a one-on-one interview, whatever, I've reached out and told them they can do whatever I can do to help them, because I feel bad for them. I also don't feel like it's right what Ford did. I think Ford's bigger issue is they have a mole, they have a leak inside their company, which typically lends itself to some engineers pissed off, and he wanted to share some stuff. And oh, excuse me, that was a Bronco. They did a Bronco to F-150, but anyways, they won't get the invite. So it's as a journalist, I've been over this a little bit. There were some people asking me to boycott Ford. I mean, you kind of think about that stuff as a journalist. You don't want. I mean, they're my brethren, right? I mean, I respect what they do. I'm sure they criticize my work. I criticize them work. And at the end of the day, we all go have a beer. I mean, it's fine. It's just that's what we do. That's as journalists, we're criticizing each other. We're always trying to make each other better, and always thinking we do something different than he does. So, but I hate to see another outlet get kind of taken the woodshed over something they did not do wrong. They didn't do anything wrong there. That was not a wrong thing for them to do. So I tend to get kind of fired up about it, and there was some conversation about boycotting Ford, and that's not fair to you, the consumer, though. That our tit for tat now makes your information not as good because we're fighting it out. So I will not be boycotting Ford. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I won't be doing that, and I'll be covering it the best I can cover it. My thing. And I will be doing the best job I can, but I do feel bad for TFL. And again, I reached out and offered anything I could do to get that. I did think it was funny. I shared it on Facebook on a private automotive media group, and all I did was I just like, and then I put the link because they wrote a story on it. I actually had I took a screen capture of a comment and I put it on there because one of my friends had emailed me. One of the viewers here had emailed me that, and so I put it on there. And the conversation on the Facebook turned into, well, Tim, you're going, right? And I said, no, I don't. At that time, I didn't invite. I didn't have an invite at all. And they were like, how do you not have an invite? I'm like, good question. The next day, at 8 a.m., the following morning, I got an invite from Ford. And it was the email said, due to a Excel spreadsheet typo, my invite got lost. So, I don't know. It was just one of those things. So, it was fine. I chuckled, I've had good interactions with Ford, and I've had, bad interactions with Ford, as they're just they're very brand focused, and they're strong brand advocates, and so you have to be a little cautious what you say. Do I not cover Ford like I should because I'm nervous about phone calls? No, I still cover them. I don't cover them as much as they probably need me to because, frankly, I don't want to get phone calls. I don't want to talk about them all the time because I know if I say one little small thing wrong, I'm going to get an email or phone call. And so what it does for me as a journalist, it has a very chilling effect. Like, I don't want to cover Ford that much. And actually, I go to my local dealer to get a Ford vehicle now because I feel like if I do it from the local dealer, it's a whole different thing. They can't really come back to me a little bit because I got it on my own. And so that's why I've been doing that. It's kind of one of those things, but it's really, it just makes it difficult. It just makes it difficult as journalists to want to cover somebody when it happens to your friends. Does that make sense? So yes. Yeah, I mean, Juan, sure. I mean, I'm the. I think I don't know if Mr. Truck got invited. I'm guessing he would have. I don't know if he's with TFL or what the deal is. And so technically, besides myself and like JD with Big Truck Big RV, I'm really the only like consumer half-ton truck channel out there, right? Besides TFL, I mean, it's basically TFL and I. TFL, I said that right. So. Yeah, on the one hand, yeah, I'm excited. Cool, I got the backgrounder. I can share a bunch of information that TFL doesn't have access to, and I have a one-up, right? So, I mean, I'm going to have that unique, I don't know, what do you want to call that stuff? But I have that one-up thing. So it's like, yeah, but then on the other aspect of it, it's like, I don't want to see that. Exclusive, I guess I should say exclusive. Exclusive truck channel, whatever. But on the other hand, Sam, I don't want to see, I don't want to see what, I don't want that to happen to TFL. Because what happens if it happens to me? And then it's not fair either, right? I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And so I feel, like I said, I feel bad for TFL, and I will do the best job. And yes, if I get more views because of that, because they can't cover it that way, then that's what it is. But I'm not rooting for them to get uninvited, if that makes any sense. I'll tell you what, drink as much booze as the members TFL would for payback. Yeah, and tonight I splurged, guys. I'm sorry if I don't know if people like me talking about whiskey. Some people don't like me talking about whiskey, but I'm talking about this. I got some Angel's Envy. If you guys have not tried this stuff, it's on the back shelf. You have to really search for it, and it is fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Oh, and in other words, I guess word. What? I'm scattered-brained. I so apologize. It's been one of those days. In other news, Ram Rebel arrives next week. So back to press loan. So Ram Rebel and Ford Expedition. The Ram Rebel is a four-door. It's a crew cab. Where's my? I did pin up President Monroney. I looked at it. It's like starting at $45,000. It's optioned out to $70,000. It's next Tuesday night. You guys will see that, and a $70,000 half-ton truck. Can't wait to see that. They push limits on the car. Yeah. TFL has been it's been a groundbreaker though. I mean, it got me into YouTube. I mean, I got to give them credit. I was traveling with Roman quite a bit on 3 or 4 trips in a row, and I was like, man, I can do this too. I think my angle's a little bit different than ours. I don't think we're the same as far as our coverage, but they have done a lot. They've really done a lot as far as industry wise, and so I applaud them. They've done a lot. This is an odd one to me. I can't believe that did that. Put TFL on your torpedo time. I could. I hope it grows too. But I would give you guys an update. We're about ready to break 30,000. You guys notice that? And we're adding 60 to 90 a day. So in the span of next 10 days, it should be 30,000. I think so. So John must know, do you need approval before posting spy photos? Or it depends on where you get them from. I guess if you pay for spy photos, you know you can publish them. So the spy photo game is always weird. Right? Like the last F-151 photos I had to put out last week, that was staged. Clearly something was going on there. Like, there was a phone call made or a text going on or something. And so I think they're somewhat staged. Those I buy, and I think they're fine because I think they're a little staged. What they posted were insider photos, engineering insider photos. So typically what happens is, they're working on a new F-150, right? So you know this for a while. And then a week or two before the reveal, all of a sudden these spy photos show up. There's these spy photos that come out. Well, they could have done spy photos 6 months ago, but they're still in development. So now Ford wants to start getting your appetite going. Start going. So these spy photos show up. And then they do a teaser image. And then they do the reveal. And so, it's a whole process to get to that point. So I don't think a spy photo is that big of an issue to them, because I think they kind of know what's going on. These were the engineers, like a pissed off engineer sending them photos behind the scenes. Could TFL have checked with Ford? Yes. Is that the right thing to do? No. as a journalist, if you have information like that, it's on you. You have to take the um, onus and responsibility on whether you want to publish those or not. And Roman was an old, not old, old guy. His prior career was in TV reporting. He was a TV reporter in Janesville, Wisconsin, which incidentally was where I was born. Janesville was his area, so it's kind of interesting. We had kind of cool. And so it was really interesting for him aspect because he's a journalist through and through, and so I think he made the right call. He just got burned, which is unfortunate because really, Ford. I mean, look at the numbers, guys. I mean, yeah, I got 30,000. Woohoo! TFL's got like 1.5 million or so when you add all the channels together, maybe even 2 million, but put all the channels together. So, I mean, they're losing a lot of visibility by doing that. So Ford's really the one getting hurt. TFL should have sort of kept quiet about the way about telling people it could have lingering effects on other brands too. Yeah, Good day, Purnell. It just, I don't know. It's going to be some interesting fallout. I mean, a lot of the brands, a lot of the media was pissed off about it, right? But would the brands be pissed off about that? Great choice in bourbon. I know. I saw it in the store. Last week I was there shopping for a little whiskey, and I've been drinking a little bit more than I should. I know I got to cut back. But I saw it, and I was like, oh, got to have some of that. TFL might do. I don't think it'll be done. I think it's really interesting that they have bought an F-250, and then they get pulled the invite from. Very weird situation. Just very weird situation. And, it's like if I got, so, Ubin, you may not have heard this. We have like 46 people on tonight. Congrats to you guys. Holy cow. TFL got uninvited from the Ford F-150 reveal next week from the backgrounders. So it's Tuesday morning from like 9 to 10 or something like that. I'll be there, but they got uninvited because they ran a Bronco video with some engineering images leaked from an engineer, and Ford got pissed off and said, "You're not coming." So yeah, it's really interesting. You got to do Rebel Yell. Enjoy the Rebel review. I actually get so. This is going to be, I don't know. I know I'm going to talk about golf for a minute, but my plan is to go to Denver with the family, and I'm going to go to a putter fitting. Have you ever heard of a putter fitting? I've never heard of this. So my plan is to talk to the PGA Superstore and video part of this for the other channel. So I'll be doing a family trip with the truck, and then we'll do some mile per gallon stuff like that. I think I get it for, I don't know. The press fleet bringing it to me is I don't work with them very often, but yeah. So I have it for a full week and through the weekend. So I kind of want to go camping, but I don't know if it's ready yet. I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah, it's yeah. What about the full body trucks shown a few months back? I don't know. And then they got their previews of the world. I don't know. I don't know how they see them. I buy spy photos, and so when I buy them, I'm gonna run them. And my game is whether or not make enough money to pay back for the spy photos. The Ford F-150 one I did last week, I was shocked. You guys are eating that up, and thank you for watching that because I'm about damn near breaking even. Thank you for that because it's tough. I mean, it's tough to run that stuff. I feel like I need to buy them for the channel, and I want to buy them for you guys, but I'm putting out the cash and hoping that you guys will watch it. Hey, too big to fail. Yes, it's on you. I know the pain for stand back at you. Just really want to make an example. They did. They made an example for sure. Either cutting back and drinking or buying stock in Budweiser. Golly, there's 55 of you guys on right now. Holy cow. You guys are blowing my mind on this stuff. If you want to see it, don't leak it. Yeah. They have a engineering problem. They have a mold problem. Ford needs to fix that problem versus getting up to TFL. The EcoBoost is such a weird thing. People either love that or hate that engine, and I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know what I want to go buy one actually. Put a bunch of miles on it. See what's gonna do. I know you guys. If I could speak correctly tonight, I do apologize. My brain's all over the place. If you guys go back to the first live streams, which what's that guy? Oh, he's a big fan of the channel. If you go back to the very first live stream, like way back when, we had like 2 people watching, and it was like my wife and somebody else. so it's like for you guys to all be here. It's pretty damn exciting. And like I said, next week's gonna be cool. Ram Rebel, and then the week after that will be the Ford Expedition. So lots of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. And like I said, the other channel, I'm going to work on it. You guys have asked me many times to do more stuff, and I'm going to do more stuff. So I have all sorts of gear now, and I'm trying to do that. So why does Ford blame it on TFO? It's their problem. I wasn't part of those discussions, but that's definitely the way it seems. They all have moles. Yeah, it's not going to be a similar story. I wanted to bring it up because I know there's some conversation going on at TFL. TFL, I was surprised. They did a whole post on it. Like they wrote a website post on it, and they started sponsoring that post, and I think they're sponsoring it because I saw it many times. And they're really fighting back. It's like they feel like they're as big as... So there's this thing in the industry called FU outlet. Like, you get to the point where you're so big that you can tell the automakers to F you. And I think that the TFL is thinking they're that big, and they're going to tell Ford to F you. And it's really interesting. I like being on the sidelines. I don't want being in the fight. I'll be on this side of the camera. You guys deal with that stress over there, because it's a lot. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, yeah, we should get back on topic. I kind of, again, I wanted to talk about it because it's a thing in the industry. Let's talk about it. So yeah, let's back to truck sales. I know. Yeah, Sean DeLong was one of the first ones on the jab way back when. First Coast never drives to my East Coast. I'm sorry, buddy. Sean, now you know I just showed me 58 people at viewers on. Sean, you know back in the day we had like 2. Maybe Sean and my wife were watching me babble on my white wall. Yeah, so I think it's kind of interesting. I was talking to my a friend today who's looking for a vehicle for his wife, and him and I were talking about this, and I said, quarter 2 results are going to be terrible, right? It's going to be terrible. I think quarter 3 is going to be just okay, but I think quarter 4, if you were able to wait till December to buy a truck or an SUV, I got a feeling that December is going to offer some really good deals because dealerships and automakers are still going to want to make their volume targets if they can, or close the volume gap as best they can before year end, so that they can put the accountants on the books and say, hey, yeah, check it out. There's going to be a lot of sales coming through. So I think we were talking about that. It's like if you were on the on the fence on buying a truck or SUV, in my opinion, try to wait till December. Try to wait till those books close in 2020, because you could be looking at a hell of a deal. And I think that by the end of the year, we'll have a down year, but I still think we're going to have a pretty healthy year. And I think it's interesting that trucks are outselling cars, and I think trucks will continue to outsell cars as we move forward. And I had to chuckle, and I shouldn't chuckle about this stuff, but Mary Barra, CEO of Barra from General Motors, was on a media fireside chat. I had no idea this had even happened. I just got news of it. And she was asked whether they'd see any more cuts of cars, gas cars, internal combustion engines. Malibu is on the fence. The Cruise got killed. The Camaro's probably dead, etc., etc., etc. And she says she doesn't foresee any more cuts on gasoline cars because she's kind of in a weird boat, right? So they're trying to build more electric vehicles, but y'all ain't buying them, and I'm not buying them. And me and my GM rep, who I have a great relationship with, went back and forth a little bit on his Facebook about this. And I was like, I tell you what, if you really believe in EVs, if you really do, then Chevy, then let me know when your Vet becomes an EV. Let me know when the Yukon becomes an EV. Let me know when a Tahoe becomes an EV. Because right now, you're not convincing me that those enthusiasts want to not hear a sound, a peep of the engine exhaust at all. They don't want the thrill of that big engine going. It's like, I'm not buying it yet. I'm sorry, not sold. I still think there's a place for combustion engine cars. And I really struggle with this. Every time I talk to an EV fanatic comes on a channel or they come on Facebook, whatever, they have a thing about gas stations. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a problem going to the gas station. I just go to the gas station, fill up. It's once every couple weeks or once every week. It depends on how I drive. It's not a big deal. But these people are they're demonizing the gas station. The gas station is some horrible, dirty place, and you can't fill up without getting grease in your hands, and you're just going to have a terrible experience. Not if you've been in the country much, but Maverick, the new gas stations on Maverick, we stop at Maverick all the time on road trips. They have a great little fresh food area with salads, because trust me, I always watch my tummy. They have salads, and they have fruits, and fresh fruits, bananas. I went to the gas station the other day and got a banana and a bottle of water and this, that, and the other. I mean, come on. It's like, what's wrong with the gas station? When did the gas station become this terrible place that nobody wants to go? When did that happen? I'm so confused on when this transition happened. I don't know. I mean, why would you want to go to the gas station? And it's seriously, you're not going to the gas station that often. The freaking cars, and especially the SUVs and stuff, are now having 300 some miles of range. Well, if you drive all week long, maybe you stop by once, or maybe you stop by twice a month or something. Why is it so weird to go to the gas station? You stop, you fill up, takes you 5 minutes, and you're done. Versus coming home every night and plugging your car, plug your car, plug your car. I'm just so confused by this. Yeah, Buc-ee's in Texas. Wawa gas station. Exactly. Why is it so weird that... Why are gas stations like this new football, like political football with these EV people, that the gas station is a terrible place. Yeah, it's just awful. I don't understand this. I'm so confused by that. And some guy the other night said, I don't know, it's because you're pouring dead dinosaurs into your gas tank. Get off your high horse, buddy. Jesus Christ. There you go. There's my rant. Want was my rant. 7-speed manual, yes, with the Bronco. So I watched the video. I watched TFL's video on the Bronco. They did a great job. 7-speed manual. It's got a crawl gear, which I call granny low. I mean, that's what I used to call all the old trucks with granny low. Tommy and Roman were doing it, and yeah, that's going to be one option. So I think the Bronco is going to be pretty impressive when it comes out. It's going to compete with the Wrangler, and it should be interesting. There is news that the Ford's killing the Edge and something else because their plant in Canada makes some changes, Bellafor Union, whatever that is. And so, and I'm sorry, Jeff Peretti. He's going to get after me. I'm sorry, Jeff. But I don't know the exact terms up there in, Canada, But yeah, I mean, there's some changes happening there. Ford's like slimming their lineup even more. It's kind of true because the Edge was 3 rows and the Explorer was 2 rows, and they could just make a 3-row Explorer and kill the Edge. You don't need all these different nameplates. So from Ford's point of view, I think it makes a lot of sense. But there's some news going on there, and there's nothing confirmed. And again, I don't really want to run anything that's not confirmed with Ford and rumors, and I get called out on it, and that's always a fun experience. That Ford guy called me once at noon on Super Bowl Sunday while I'm cutting up cheese and sausage and making my cheese and sausage plate, right? And I'm making this, and he calls me to bitch about a sentence in a story that ran on Carfax when I was writing for Carfax the Friday before. I'm like, dude, it's Sunday on Super Bowl Sunday. It's like Super Bowl Sunday. Like the one day a year that I'm making a snack tray, I'm getting ready for everything. Okay, Unifor, sorry, Jeff, sorry, Unifor. I swear, when I'm not busy, I love to go to the gas station. My favorite gas Sheets. Sheets, yes, I know Sheets. I don't understand. Why is the gas station so bad? Nice to not ever Philip goes to Ashton Philip at the price. Maybe it would be fine for me as a second vehicle. Yeah, second vehicle, sure. Wife and I talked about doing an EV for her. She drives 2 miles a day and back. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. But they don't have all-wheel drive figured out. They don't have a higher ride height figured out. They don't have a price point figured out that makes any sense. The new Mach-E, who was it? Dave Boyd from Nissan Nation Production was telling me they shared a thing, $43,000 for the starting price of the Mach-E. It's not terrible, but it's still $43,000. I mean, for a vehicle that's probably the price point of internal combustion engine equivalent is probably $28,000 if you look at size and all kind of stuff. But I know you can't compare an EV SUV with an internal combustion SUV because that's what they tell me. It's different features and different stuff and whatever. And I said, it's a load of garbage. It's an absolute load of garbage. A consumer walking in the dealership's going to go, I got myself and 4 people going to haul around an SUV. Do I want this one that's got more room in the rear seat? Do I want this one? Do I want this one with gas, that one with EV? They're competing against each other. That's all foolish. Ridiculous. Absurd. No, it won't have edge essential existence. I don't like Tommy or Roman from GFL for no particular reason. Tommy's, I like him. I mean, I like him both different reasons. Tommy's young. He's got a little thing to learn. I need a beer. Everyone shut up. Get back. Hurry up. Hurry up, go. I saw a Tesla owner hanging out at Whole Foods with his extremely pregnant wife while his Tesla charged next door. I bet she wished she'd have an EV. Yeah, I don't get mad at Tesla owners. I understand it, but I hate the smugness. I mean, stop being so smug. Nathan, I like that a lot. I need to get down there, and Nathan and I have a tea time that we've been floating around for a long time at the golf course, and I'd film it. It'd be a TFL versus pickup truck talk. And Andre's funny. I like Andre a lot. Yeah, so EV rebates. It's a national one that's like $7,500 for federal rebate, and the states do additional ones, so about $7,500. Yeah, so we probably have about the same rebates you do. So you can make it work with the math of it if you do all the discounts, rebates, and such. But I don't know. I like gas. I smell like gas in the morning. I put gas in my pickup. I put oil. Actually, freaking Swede's still leaking antifreeze. I'm not sure where. I'm kind of at the point where I'm just gonna pull the engine out. But I'm working on a garage, so if I can build a garage, we'll be out there. If I get the garage done, guys, we'll be out there in the garage at night. So I have the my update with that is that the building inspector is coming over and he's trying to give me a waiver so I can build a garage on my property. So I have from the edge of my garage to the edge of the sidewalk is 32 feet, right? I want to put a 24-foot by 28-foot long garage. So 24, 32. So it leaves me 8 feet from the edge of my garage to the sidewalk. According to the city, my property line is actually the 24 feet, not 32, just 24 feet. They have 8 feet of space between my property line and sidewalk that they say is theirs. And then they say I cannot build anything within 12 and a half feet of my property line. So squinch it back even more. So I took a tape measure, and I could have a 10-foot wide garage. And I'm like, why the hell would I build a 10-foot wide garage? For one stall? That's just dumb. And so I'm playing nice. I didn't say anything. I don't think I said anything I'm going to regret. But I said, come on, guys. What am I supposed to do there? From 10 feet to your sidewalk, I would have 22 feet of just earth, dirt, and weeds that I would have to maintain and put down grass or put down rocks or something because I can't use that space. 22 feet of room I can't use. So, yeah, we're currently negotiating. I don't know. Yes, it's going to be one of those things. So, but if I can build that, then it'll be sometime this winter. I'll probably work on it. My plan is to get it framed up and then work on it all the winter. All right, Joe, which of the MVPs is your favorite? Does Nebraska have it? Yeah, I don't know if we do. I think we probably do. We're not a big EV state. Trust me, we're not. Riley, how long do you think diesel engines will be around? I think for a long, long time. Yep, I think for a long, long time. Because the thing is, you can't replace the towing prowess of a gasoline engine versus the diesel. And diesels are needed throughout the heavy-duty and medium-duty industry. And so they're going to be around for a long time. Hell, trains still use diesel engines. I mean, it's still the preferred engine choice for hauling. I would pay to see the tea time with Nathan TFL by the swing. So you would win the match. Yeah, so I'm really kind of hypercritical of my swing, but I'm glad you guys liked it. So yeah, if you haven't seen my Instagram, tim.estradal on Instagram, I put a few swings up there. I'm playing with some apps to do a shot tracer, that kind of stuff. All right, any news on 2021 Ram Heavy Duty? No news. Haven't heard anything. But they just came out in 18 or 19. They're relatively new, so usually the rule of thumb is this, and this is not the case, but this has been the rule of thumb for a long time, is when the vehicle debuts, you get a mid-cycle refresh so the cycle for the truck lasts 7 years. That's about what it's 6-7 years. And halfway in the middle of that, they do a mid-cycle refresh, which means little interior changes, maybe a powertrain change, 8-speed to 10-speed, that kind of stuff. But then they wait till the end of 7 years and they do a whole new cycle. So that's kind of what we're looking at. So that's why I say, when did that come out? Because in my head I'm thinking, I think it was at 19 Ram Heavy Duty came out. That means that you'll have 2022 will be a mid-cycle refresh, and then 2025, 4 or 5 will be a new model. That's typically how it works for trucks. Now, this is sped up quite a bit, and Ford's really changed the game on this because the market's so hot, they're not waiting all 7 years. they're doing things faster and faster. So you may find that there'll be some refreshes quicker. Not always, or in the case of like Chevy and Chevrolet and GMC, they've made a lot of improvements in their trucks immediately. Like I just read the other day that adaptive cruise control will now be available on 3 of the top trim levels for the Chevy Silverado 1500, and that's probably after we bitched at them for quite a while about that. I mean, what an oversight! What a freaking oversight! Yeah, I know some people don't like adaptive cruise. I get that, but still offer it. Make it a freaking option. You don't have to make it standard. Just make it an option. And to not offer it at all, it's not flying these days. That was just a stupid decision they made. Oh, was I being too upfront and honest about things? I didn't kill Swede. He just has a leak, and I can't figure out what the damn leak is. What's wrong with me? I like watching those tug-of-war between trucks. I watch and say, that's dumb, and watch it anyway. It is. I watch them too. It's a secret thing. But you know it's all about tires, right? And you're like, all right, tires. I did the 0 to 60 in that F250, and I thought, this is the dumbest thing ever. 0 to 60. And then it was like, people wanted to know. I don't know. It's just crazy. Buffer zone. I'm buffering. Oh! Did you hear about the ZF 8-speed auto for heavy-duty trucks? I didn't hear about that. I don't think so. Tim, can we get Scotty to break embargo and have all the manufacturers ban him? People like Scotty. I don't know why. People like Scotty. Put a fifth wheel in the backyard. You can have a driveway with 10 feet and put it in the back. I get my backyard. I could put it in the backyard, but the problem is I lose my view of the monument if I take it in the backyard. So yeah, I don't know. They drink whiskey. No, Scotty's funny. Tim, in some place you can attach a garage to the house and you push in those spaces. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. The permit thing is kind of a thing. Scotty pisses me off. In my area, you can wait for your neighbor to build near property lines. So the thing is that sidewalk is a street, right? So there's nobody there. There's nobody there around at all, and it's the dumbest thing. And so I think that this is just dumb. I just think that there should be something I should be able to get. You would think they'd approve your garage so you can raise your property tax. Yeah, absolutely. I think they will. I think it'll get approved. Right now, like I said, it didn't get not approved. It's in the process of being looked at. So he was supposed to be out today or yesterday, and he didn't call me. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to say. But it seems like it's a no-brainer for me. From the street corner, so I live on a corner lot, and he's basically saying I have 2 front yards. That's what causes the problem. And there's a 4-way stop right outside my front yard area, right? And so from the edge of the garage to the middle of that 4-way stop is like 60 damn feet. Like, it's a long way. So I'm not blocking anybody's view. And the same thing with the backyard. I have a long view to the other 4-way stop back there. So I'm not blocking anybody's view. I'm not going to obstruct any traffic. In the year 2975, if they decide to do 4 lanes, there's still going to be 8 more feet they can use. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I think it's going to be changed. I think it'll be approved. No big deal. Trains are hybrid with electric, diesel, generators. Trains do everything. Trains do DEF too. I didn't realize that. I have a lot of railroaders in the family. BNSF is a big thing up here. So is UP, and so talk to them quite a bit. And they do a lot with trains as far as getting them to be more environmentally friendly. Which, I'm fine. There was a train running every 10 minutes in my area when coal was doing really well. Maybe they're back 10 minutes. I hear them a lot now. But yeah. Is 2021 Ram HD going to the Allison transmission? Well, I wouldn't think so. I haven't heard. Well, no. Wait a minute. Didn't TFL do something like that? I thought TFL talked about something like that. I did see that. AD, I think you're onto something. I did see that, but I don't know that it would be 2021. Depending on if it can 18 or 19. Do the math. I forget when the new HDs came out. Somebody on here is going to talk about this, and it's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's 3 years. It could be that. Allison, I had that. I drove my brother's GMC Denali, his heavy duty version, and it's really interesting that debate about whether Allison built that transmission or Allison put their name on it. So basically, GM built it, and they were able to use Allison's name. Does that mean they're worse? They're better? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But I haven't heard anything from Ram officially, so I cannot I can't say anything for sure. I haven't. There's been crickets from Ram. Ram basically. Sorry if there's any ladies on. Ram blew their load a few last year. Everything new, Heftons and heavy duties and everything, and they really don't have any news. They ran out. So there you go. It's the whiskey talking. I'm liking new CV lines. My choice would be the Buick Encore, Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, or Hyundai Venue. What, Jeff? What? Did you know that the Hyundai Venue? I got an email from Hyundai on this. Hyundai, like Sunday. Hyundai. All right. That is the most. Jeff, you're gonna have a problem with saying this. It's the majority of buyers are women, are 20 to 30-year-old women who love the look of the Venue. So there you go, Jeff. I'm not sure what that says about you, buddy, but there you go. That's like 65% of the buyers are women. Yeah, the Encore Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross is being redone in a ride on a Nissan platform. Yes, that's what Dave told me. That's what I'm seeing. The Nissan Murano. No, Rogue. The Rogue, the one that just came out that you guys barely watched. I swear I should just not even cover SUVs anymore. You guys don't even watch this stuff. It's funny. Should Tim name his channel Tea Time with Tim? So I have a lot of hang-ups on this golf channel and personal channel. I have a lot of hang-ups. And one of my hang-ups was naming it, and so I decided I'm not going to name it. It's just going to be Tim Eschwell. And I'll do travel, I'll do golf, I'll do hunting, I'll do all kind of stuff can't show on this channel because I want this channel to stay trucks and SUVs. And I was going through all these different names and such, and I can't, I'm just going to go with it. So, okay, there you go. Juan says it came out in 2019. That means it wouldn't be 2021. I think that's too soon. Diesel in future will burn a zero emissions fuel like hemp seed oil. Yeah, and that's what the guy I talked about, who I had the diesel technology forum guy. He said we're getting close to zero emission. We have near zero emission from diesel, and why? Yeah, I think that's the future. I don't know why you'd go EV when you can buy diesel and get. Well, hell, the damn Silverado 1500 gets 33 miles a gallon or something in two-wheel drive. I mean, that's plenty, guys. That's plenty for me, get around town. Although I know. I don't know what to do with that stuff. Do you think the F-150 hybrid will tow over 10,000 pounds? No. Which is better, Asian 9-speed or ZF 8-speed for the heavy-duty Rams? Asian's been around for a long time. They have a lot of name. Allison, though, has a lot of name recognition. So I think it's just a marketing thing. I think they're both really good transmissions. I wish Toyota would get off their ass and get on with new generation Tundra. I absolutely agree. Some years from now, all diesel fuel will be man-made biodiesel fuels. Are many different types? Yeah, I know. I remember reading about biodiesel. They had big farms in Arizona. They would grow algae and turn it into biodiesel. I'm mystified why that doesn't become more in people's minds. If they could do that with diesel, they could do it with gas, and you could have hydrogen, you could have EV. I think there's a lot of different choices out there. I don't know why there's this big push that everything's got to be EV. I don't understand it. There's a lot of different technology they can put some money into, and they can make it work. Why doesn't Ford and Chevy go with stock rear airbag leveling system? Because you think they sweat or sag too much? Probably cost. And, AD, I think it's cost, and it's probably because not everybody tows or has as much payload back there and tows to that level. So I don't think they would go stock standard with that. I think it's just a cost thing. Next for the new Ram Dakota. So for now, I'm not making this official, but I have a new person starting on my website. I still want to keep the website going, so I'm putting a little money into that. And I was talking to her today. She's a really good journalist. Don't get any sexist going on there, but really good journalist. And I told her, I said the new Ram 700 is being unveiled June 26th. And that's a 700. It's going to take away from the Fiat Toro. It's going to take over that name. They're thinking they're going to do this, right? So Fiat Toro goes away, and the Ram Dakota comes out. Ram 700, 700. And this is that damn news story that journalists have been screwing up for a long time. Ram's talking about building a mid-sized truck, not a U.S. version, a global version, a metric 1 ton. And this could be the metric 1 ton. I think it's either that or it's going to be a unibody kind of thing. I haven't really decided what it's going to be. So anyways, long story short, I told her, I said, in the headline, we need to write 2021 Ram 700. Could this be a preview of the Ram Dakota? And she emailed back. She goes, "What do you mean? Why would we include the Ram Dakota?" I'm like, truck guys can go nuts over this new Ram truck that they can't have. It's forbidden fruit, right? You can't have it, but here's some pictures of it. Comments. Keyboard warrior going crazy. So I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that because Ram's going global, which means they'll have more of their names on Fiat products globally, trucks and things like that, and vans. And so it's going to happen, and it's going to be interesting to see what that truck's going to look like. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of pent-up interest in this country for a Ram Dakota. And why they don't build it, I have no idea. A nice night may work with you. They had the Mach 1 Mustang. I saw that news. I don't know much about those cars, so sorry, I didn't have a whole lot to say about that. As long as there's no utility ground, you should be good. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Oh, Brian's here. Brian Finn's here. Hey, Brian's in the house. I don't like the Mach-E. It looks like a regular Mustang. So not. Oh, I missed a lot for sure. Yeah, rewind. We had a lot of conversation. Umberto Gomez. I have a clean, rust-free, beautiful 240D Mercedes-Benz for sale. Okay, maybe you'll have something to buy it. I was gonna go with hey ho, maybe a Tata Scott Peck. Damn Chevy. You're a wall. Yeah, have you bought a new truck yet, Brian? That's funny. You forgot all the girls at the venue. The Durango. I see a lot of people buy Durangos. To get the Hellcat Durango, yes. Emissions. Wow, I am way behind. Glad you keep the website. Check it 4 times a week. I'm keeping it, and Carl's been writing some really good stuff over there. The website was up 107% year over year, and I don't do diddly over there with that website. So I really am hoping that she will expand it and keep growing it because I like it. I go over there and check it out too. Why are ice cream trucks called ice cream trucks even though they're ice cream vans? Maybe it sounds weird. Mommy has the ice cream van is here. Yeah. Well, they are a truck, right? So they're a chassis cab with a converted bed that's been the box has been added post. So they actually are a truck. Technically, they are a truck. Yeah, Nissan getting all their vans. Nobody cried over that. I was gonna do a video on that Nissan getting the vans, and I went on Google and I searched for that term, Nissan van search term, and I looked at that stuff, and nobody's searching for Nissan vans. Like there's no traffic there. I looked at TFL; they did a couple of Nissan vans reviews. Crickets. Nobody was watching it. So I was like, hey, if you don't care, I don't care. That's how this thing works. Oh, yeah, they are really ugly vans. The Ram 700 is a tiny front-wheel drive car-looking thing. Looks like the old VW pickup. Yes, it does. Yep, I saw the photos of it. We drive to Colorado in July during a 6-speed manual transmission. Ooh, what are you in? What 6-speed manual? I missed it for now. What are you driving? It's somewhere up in here. I have a 4-speed in Sweden. I tell you what, my knee hurts after a while. The Ram Pro Master City, yeah. Yes, that's right. Ram does need to revert back to Dodge, and Ram being the model, the Dakota should be the Dodge Dakota. I couldn't agree. With Ram being a division, it should be a model, not a brand. Not going to happen. Tim, will you get to review one day my favorite truck, the G63? Mercedes-Benz, I don't know if they can spell Nebraska. I don't know if they can. That should go fast, really popular among the crowd. Why doesn't American diesel fuel go up to 50 cetane like European instead of 40 cetane for better emissions performance? I want to do something about that, ED. I want to do a story or a video on cetane levels because there's how to say this in the right way. I did a video on the F250 and I put the wrong octane level in apparently versus the manual. There's a lot of conversation because the online PR site had me correct and the owner's manual had me incorrect. And the GMC Sierra with the 6.2 liter requires premium fuel, which is a load of bull. And they want 93 octane, and I can't buy 93 octane in this area. And so there's a lot of conversation about the cetane and the octane levels of diesels, and I need to learn more. I need to really learn a lot more about that. And I'm going to be talking to my rear end right now, but I need to learn some more about this. And my theory is that the automakers have resisted somewhat But I remember there was a push a couple years ago to raise the octane level. And there's been some conversation about the U.S. about raising octane level for better performance, cleaner emissions. And I was absolutely wrong. The higher octane level you go, the cooler the engine will drive. It doesn't heat up the engine anymore. So I was completely wrong on that. So yeah, hey, I don't know my mistakes. I own my mistakes because I have to watch them over and over again and respond to comments for 6 months. Do you know on the F-150 spy videos we did last week, I said I thought the Platinum was the top trim level? I've gotten corrected on like 47 times now in the comments. Yes, dear Lord, the Limited is the top trim level for the F-150. I apologize to the Ford guys. I'm sorry. Good night. Well, Ford didn't have so many damn trim levels. I know what the hell they had. I feel like building a wall, like over here, and like writing down all the trim levels from every brand on the wall, so I can just reference it because it is confusing. Joe, Tim, I watched your Rogue video. Good job with that. Hey, thanks. I had to record it twice because I messed it up the first time so badly. Got better at that. I'm amazed Nissan sells anything nowadays. Even the Titan is less than that. Yeah, Nissan's in trouble. I mean, people talk about Ford being in trouble, but Nissan's in trouble. If there's never been a brand, in my opinion, that needs a bigger focus and a launch than that Rogue. They have got a lot of energy. They have got to sell that Rogue. Ford's also a little bit similar boat. The Bronco is going to be really big for them. Bronco Sport, not so much. And new F-150. This is a big year for Ford to turn it around a little bit. And that Rogue is a big step for Nissan to turn it around a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to watch those two companies. I'll define the 2020 Titan, but not the 2019. So Mercedes, where I live in Tucson, so I have to laugh. Mercedes can't spell Nebraska. Oh, so many Mercedes where you live in Tucson. Yeah, I've never had. I know the Mercedes guy. I've gone to Texas a few times. They brought the G wagon to Texas, and I've ridden in it. And I drove it. I drove it up a hill, I want to say a rock hill, but it wasn't a rock face hill. But I drove it up. So funny story. You guys love my stories. The Power Wagon is parked on this hill in Texas, and it's doing its tug of war thing. That's always really cool. So it's got its winch hooked up to its Ram half ton, and the Power Wagon is pulling the half ton up the hill. And it's a pretty steep hill, and it looks cool. And all journalists have their phones out and taking photos, and they've got cameras, doing video and stuff. And I happen to know the Ram guys, and they love the Power Wagon winch. They show it off all the time. It's just at this point it's enough. I've seen it enough. So I'm in the Mercedes with my friend Brian from Mercedes-Benz, friend, colleague, whatever guy he is. He's a good guy, and we're driving, and I ran a G wagon, and I said, "Man, that's a pretty big hill there." I said, "Do you think we can get there?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, we can get there." And I said, "In this?" He goes, "Just go." So there I am in the Mercedes G-Wagon driving past the 1500 and going past the Power Wagon up the hill. And I'm like, hey, he told me I could. So yeah, but the G-Wagon is actually really terrible. It's like a spruced up Jeep Wrangler from back in the 50s. I mean, they didn't update that thing at all. Brian and I were actually making fun of it while we were driving it because they haven't changed the interior one iota. And they still sell the crap ton out of these things. It rides terrible. It uses a bunch of fuel. It's boxy. It's got no aerodynamics. The interior is just old. It's not a great vehicle overall. They updated it, and the update's better, but it's still not. It's a boxy off-road thing that has no business being a Mercedes-Benz. Like it's the weirdest vehicle. Like they bring Mercedes-Benz lineups like, here's a bunch of cars. Here's really expensive SUVs, and by the way, if you actually like to be on dirt, we have this G-Wagon for you. Apparently, some of y'all like that. Just the weirdest thing. What tier parts of the Rogue did you see making it next frontier? Ooh, that's a good question. I think the dash and the instrument panel. The screen, the 10-inch screen. Is it 10-inch now? Yeah, and then the instrument panel is definitely. And I definitely think that the doors, if you look at the way the doors were with that Rogue, where they had the, not the seat buttons, but where they did the power windows and power locks, I think that definitely goes next generation for the Frontier. And then the turn dial for the different drive modes, I think that goes next generation Frontier. And I think Nissan's going to do a lot with their no, is it platinum? I think they may come out with the Nissan Frontier in a platinum trim with zero gravity seats. Because right now the Frontier doesn't have zero gravity seats. I think zero gravity seats will make it in the next generation Frontier. Because why wouldn't you? Those zero gravity seats are awesome, and so if you're gonna put it in the Rogue, then you put it in Frontier. So I think those pieces you'll see will be carried over. You drive off-road farm, yeah. Let's see. David's like, Nissan is fine. Oh boy, here we go, Nissan again. I think they're in trouble. I think this is the big thing for them. Holy cow. Sorry, I'm going to catch up. What's your opinion on bed liner? Spray and drop in or none at all? Oh, I definitely would do one. I'd spray it in. Spray it in for sure. If you have the money, spray it in. If you can't, drop it in. But I try to spray them in. And I like bed liners a lot. Love channel, what's your opinion on TFL being uninvited to Ford F-150 and Bronco reveal? I didn't realize it Bronco reveal. I thought it was just F-150. But so I'll give you the short speech on this. I talked for a while earlier on this. Just say, as a fellow journalist, I think it's a crap deal, and I feel bad for TFL. I think they did the right thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with the coverage. There was journalism 101. I think Ford's being a little obnoxious about what they're doing, a little petty maybe a little bit, and I don't think I have a good opinion of what they did. I don't think, like I said, I think TFL did the right thing. It just was a weird situation. They had engineering photos, so basically Ford's got a mole somewhere they need to take care of. And they need to take care of that. And that's on Ford, not on TFL. And I don't like it. Nothing I'm going to do about it. I think TFL is being a little ballsy now. They wrote a whole post about it, and they're making a big deal about it. So it's going to be interesting to see the future goes with those two. And TFL just bought an F-250. And they've had a really good relationship with Ford over the year. And so this is a really interesting time to be that way. So I feel bad for them. I have offered to help TFL. I've sent them emails. They need help, let me know. If I can do anything for them, let me know. Because they're my brethren. Whether they can criticize me for drinking whiskey on the channel, I can criticize them for other things. I mean, we can go back and forth all day long. But they've done a great job. He has got a really good business, and he's doing fine. And he's been a trailblazer in our industry as far as bringing video into more of journalism. And so it's just a crap deal. It just really is. And I'm not shocked by Ford's response to that because Ford's they have a lot of brand advocacy with their PR team. They're very much brand warriors. They very much do a great job. I mean, Ford does an amazing job on the PR side of really defending their brand, and so I think they've done a great job of that. But that's a crap deal. Jeff, GM is a proponent of high octane. Yeah, I think there's something going on there. See the Hurricane Evo today driving by beautiful. I saw, and I will say this, I was at TFL's website because I was reading their TFL, thanks TFL, screw you Ford post. And I saw photos of the Hyundai Santa Cruz towing, and I hadn't seen those photos either. They're bigger than me. They get better spy photos than I do, so yeah. Mitsubishi, yeah. And it's just speaking there or not. We like your rants. Build slightly better cars. Tim is flailing around a bit. I'm a little bit. I've had a weird day, Ryan. You'll go back and watch this live stream. I've had a weird day, and I'm just not. Yeah. Would you like to buy a Revezi Hercules? Oh, the Hercules. Oh, it's Carl. Hey, Carl. 6x6 myself can argue with this. Carl, you have the most interesting taste in vehicles. Carl, the news editor, pickuptrucktalk.com. Check it out. He's writing a lot of good content over there, and he has a very interesting taste in vehicles. No way, that's a great G-Wagon story. Things that happen, I can't get on video. I wasn't doing video then, but yeah, it was really funny. And then the one time, oh my goodness. All right, fine. I'll do one more story for you guys that I think was pretty funny. There's 58 of you guys on here, so I'm going to go a little bit longer. 58 of you guys on here. I'll tell you one more story. I'm signing off tonight. I'm going to not read the more comments. I will tell you that I will scan down. All right, there you go. I'll do another live stream. You guys making dinner. TFL, tough Ford luck. Anyways. I was driving the Tacoma. I think I was driving the TRD Pro Tacoma with Mike Spears, chief engineer at overall all the truck stuff in Texas. And we're driving up a hill at a Texas truck rodeo, and we're going up the hill, and we had gone through the hill all day long. I mean, we'd gone many times. And I said, Mike, I said, this is the line you want me on. So, when you're off-roading, the biggest key and climbing hills and stuff is knowing your line. Pick your line and stay your line. He's like, yeah, just go right there, put tire in, you go right through it. No big deal. We're going to do this in two-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive all the way to the top, no big deal. So I do it. So I go and I drive and I get stuck. That's right. I got stuck in a Tacoma with the chief engineer next to me on a hill in Texas. I had to reverse down the hill, put it in crawl control, and climb up the hill. It was not on me. He told me the line. I followed the line. So we had a good chuckle about that. That's what happens. What happens at press events? Sometimes it stays at press events. Sometimes it's on Jalopnik. Sometimes I talk about it. Yes, that's what happens. All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta finish off my probably whiskey and enjoy my night with my wife and get my brain on straight. Like I said, hell of a day. I can't believe so many of you guys watching this. This is crazy. And like I said, I'm doing some golf stuff. So if you guys are into golf stuff, you go to YouTube, you type in Tim Esterdal, Esterdhl. I'll have golf stuff going. I'll have some hunting stuff going. If you want to know more about my sweet-ass life here in Nebraska for some apparent reason, if you're really that bored, check it out over there. But guys, I really do appreciate you being on. This has been really cool to see you guys, so many guys on. And always thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you down the road.